Hello! This video will go through the proper setup of your Crystal Fire Plus electronic ignition burner. Gas and electric hookups on the Crystal Fire Plus electronic ignition burner should always be performed by licensed professionals. This video is intended to be an aid to those professionals for full installation requirements. Make sure to read and follow the instruction manual that came with your burner. All Crystal Fire Plus electronic ignition burners are UL tested and approved, and the feature content of these burners makes them perfect for commercial and high-end residential applications. To begin, you will need the following tools for setup work: gloves, safety glasses, a utility knife, 2 adjustable wrenches, a Phillips screwdriver, and a leak detection device or solution. Step 1 is to open the burner box and inspect the contents. You will find the burner with electronic ignition valve and module hosing attached, a 3.5 volt transformer, an on-off switch, clear glass gem media, a small switch bypassed, and an instruction manual. Linear burners above 64 inches do not come with an LP hose and regulator, and linear burners 72 inches and above include 2 control panels. Crystal Fire Plus electronic ignition burners are fuel type specific and need to be ordered for either natural gas or propane. We do not recommend field converting these burners. Inspect your fire pit area to make sure you have everything present to complete the installation and setup. The plumber and electrician should have already pre-ran the gas and electrical lines to the fire pit enclosure. For ease of making gas connections, you should use a noise-reducing flex with a 1/2-inch flare fitting on both sides to connect your gas line to the burner valve. Notice the noise-reducing flex has staggered coils that break up the harmonics of the gas flowing through the flex. You risk a loud flow of gas or whistle by not using this flex line. You can order these in various sizes at outdoorrooms.com. The electrical requires a covered junction box to keep the valves and transformer dry. The transformer on this burner elongates and makes finding the covered junction box a bit more difficult. You can order a covered junction box to fit this elongated plug at outdoorrooms.com, part number CF-DSI-JB. If you're controlling the burner with the supplied switch on the appliance, pre-install the switch and control panel on the enclosure. Set the burner on top of the pit enclosure. We recommend laying down a heavy drop cloth or towel to protect the top of the fire pit from scratches. Connect to the gas flex line to the inlet section of the valve using 2 adjustable wrenches. Check all other connections for tightness before proceeding. Now, let's connect all your wires. Connect the 5-pin connector coming off the electronic ignition box to the 5-pin connector coming off the on-off switch of the unit. If you desire to not have a switch on the unit, you will simply install the switch bypass as shown here to allow you to switch the burner away from the pit by controlling the power to the outlet which the transformer is connected. Verify the wires labeled sparker, sensor, and ground on the electronic ignition box are connected to the sparker, sensor, and ground wires coming off the burner. These connections should have been pre-made at the factory. Connect the positive and negative wires to the transformer wires. It is important that the positive goes to positive and the negative goes to negative. Before plugging in your transformer, it's important to know that if you have power to the junction box and if your switch is in the on position or you have the bypass switch installed, the flame will turn on. Best to make sure the switch is in the off position and your power is shut off to the junction box before this step. If you are using controls away from the appliance, your electrician should have wired a switch or timer on the electrical circuit and, if applicable, installed the e-stop on the same circuit. To test fire the unit and check for gas leaks, make sure gas is turned on to the fire pit area. Prop up the burner on one end to check for leaks. Turn on the switch on the enclosure or wall to start the burner. Quickly check for leaks at all fittings. Set the burner back into the fire pit enclosure and evenly place media on the burner's surface. Ensure that the media installation instructions are followed properly and clear any glass gems from the top of the ignition wind guard. This completes the setup. You are now ready to enjoy your Crystal Fire Plus burner. Please go to outdoorrooms.com and click on the Product Support tab to find additional videos related to the use and service of your electronic ignition burner. Thank you for assuring our products are installed and serviced in a safe and professional manner.